In the following section, we will cover the statistics as well as reporting obligations pertaining to the subject sector. Following are the number of company service providers under different regulators who have signed up on GoML since its go-live back in June 2019 until 31st of January 2021. And following are the number of reports which the sector has filed respectively. While it's encouraging to see that the sector has started to file reports, it would be vital to ramp up the filing both in terms of quality and quantity. In the upcoming slides, let's go over the responsibilities and obligations of Designated Compliance Officer or the MLRO. More often than not, we come across queries with regards to the apt timeline of filing the suspicious reports as to what's the opportune stage at which the reporting entity should file the report to the FIU. While we understand that this query has inherent subjectivity as circumstances might vary from case to case. However, the following two excerpts from the pertinent laws and the bylaw indicate that the reports have to be filed as soon as possible, or in other words, without any delay. In terms of GoML as a tool, the reporting entities must understand that this is the only or solely available option for them to file suspicious reports to the FIU. In other words, the FIU does not entertain reports which may be filed by any other means such as emails, hard copy letters, CDs, USB pen drives, etc. It's imperative that the report is filed using the appropriate report type which is commensurate to the rationale of reporting. Also, it will be vital for the technology teams of the reporting entities to understand the various methodologies which can be used to file reports and design the SOPs as such. Web-based reporting is a relatively basic method wherein the reporting entity has to key in the data in a web-based form. However, the more advanced and efficient way of reporting is the XML integration, where GoML and the institution's core bank systems can be linked. Such an integration may save a lot of manual or human inputs, in turn making the reporting process more time and resource efficient. You can reach out to our technical team for assistance should you need guidance in this regard. Of course, after having gone through the relevant guides, which would be discussed in the following slides. In this slide, let us go over certain key procedures which may be important from the standpoint of reporting. The reporting institutions must have a well-defined and documented SOP with regards to the timeline of filing procedures. The same might be subject to examination by the relevant supervisory body. We encourage the reporting entities to have a secure and robust record-keeping regime. The draft reports initiated at the reporting entities are only valid for 15 days. As such, it's imperative that the reporting entities finalize and execute the submission before the stated time frame, after which the drafts will get automatically deleted from the system. The receiving GoML systems at the FIU's end automatically accepts or rejects the report. All reports are accepted as long as they successfully clear the XML and then the business rejection rules. The business rejection rules are available for you to go through on the GoML web. In the event of rejection, the reason or reasons of rejection are specifically spelled out and the reporting entity can revert the draft after fixing or rectifying the highlighted errors. Once the report is successfully submitted, the reporting entity cannot amend the data. As such, if the reporting entity wants to request the FIU to disregard a report or wants the FIU to prioritize a report, for which there must be of course due merit, they can do so. Any correspondence regarding a report which has already been filed must be done using the GoML message board while choosing the appropriate message type and the apt subject. Any other journal guidance related to reports or the filing expectation must be sent to the FIU using its dedicated email, which is fiustr@uaefiu.gov.au. However, for technical queries regarding the GoML system, the registration of users, etc., might be sent to goml@uaefiu.gov.ae. Post facto actions after realizing the suspicion, such as restricting the customer's or account's activity, must be taken in line with the relevant laws and regulations and also in line with the reporting entity's own risk appetite based on their internal policies. There are situations at times wherein the compliance regimes are confused if their actions might lead to tipping off. In that regard, we recommend you to go by the approach which is in line with the following parts of the relevant laws and regulations. Now let us go over some of the best practices that we highly recommend the reporting entities to adopt in order to bolster their compliance programs. It is integral to embed a culture of compliance throughout the organization where compliance is everyone's responsibility and not just that of the compliance officers or the compliance departments. This would also merit imparting due training and knowledge sessions to the staff and especially to the frontline staffs. We also encourage you to tune your monitoring systems based on the real life rules and scenarios corresponding to your industry's risks, wherein the alerts can be generated more efficiently and accurately. The institutions must have a duly documented process of internal reporting, investigating, and escalating the reports to the FIU, ideally with a maker, checker, and approver concept to ensure the integrity of the information. We'd like to stress on the expectation that the compliance function must have its due independence and under no circumstances must be influenced by business in terms of the investigations and reporting. The MLRO and the Deputy MLRO must be the key focal points for liaising with the FIU and should be available at all times to answer queries which might be addressed to them at any given point of time. Upon the successful submission of any report, the FIU sends an acknowledgement to the reporting entity about the receipt of the report. Furthermore, the FIU may even send a bespoke response to a particular report through the message board. The reporting entity may also choose to respond to FIU's response, should it merit, also using the GoML message board. Broadly speaking, some of the major areas where there is substantial room for improvement are the timeliness and accuracy of information imparted to the FIU by the way of reports. While both factors are equally important, in order to maximize the accuracy of information, the reporting entity must ensure the right input in the designated fields on reports, attach the right attachments, documents, and proofs, and must most importantly choose the most relevant reason for reporting, as that plays a major role in our procedure of risk rating and also prioritizing the report. Finally, we would like to strongly encourage the designated compliance officers and their deputies to peruse through the web submission guide in depth and obtain due understanding of the elements such as report types and the appropriate use of fields. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for your cooperation, and we look forward to constructive engagement with you as we go further. Thank you.